This message is for displaced women. When I say displaced, I mean in some form of homelessness, um, involving any other aspect other than living outside, literally on the sidewalk. So, displacement can mean such things like you're living in a vehicle, a van, a mobile home, a hotel, a shelter, or a temporary placement at a friend or family member's house. Okay, so you're not completely homeless in the fullest extent of the word, but you are displaced. So, this is a time where there will be two forces working for you and against you, which are the forces of good and evil. So, I've gone through this where I was displaced, so I'm speaking from experience. I'm very fortunate that I pulled out of that situation and that I still have my family, which are my children, back at home and here with me. I was also very fortunate that I did not lose my children to a foster system. I was very fortunate that myself or my children did not get on drugs and alcohol. However, we did suffer consequences due to the fact we still are human beings with the mind, body, and soul. So, some of those consequences we had to deal with after we were placed in our new home. However, displaced women, you may get offers from men to come into their homes. Many of them, especially if you are displaced and you still have income, they will want you in their apartments or homes so that you can pay their rent. Okay, so for displaced women, one of the greatest mistakes you could make is moving yourself in a situation that actually, in the long run, will make your situation worse because of the fact your money is going to the wrong place. Along with the fact, what you want to try to avoid while you're displaced is sin and fornication. I am not sure that if you are listening to this, you will be a believer in the Most High. However, I'm here to tell you that that's also in your best interest. If you did not go into this displacement with a belief in the Most High, now is a time for you to take that on. And one of the reasons I survived being displaced is because of my belief system, my, to the best of my ability, obedience to it, being at the most, in many cases, selfish. I was selfish when I was displaced. Selfishness is not always bad. Remember, people that are using you and want to use you want to make your situation worse. If you have a friend and they will only let you stay with them because you pay them, they're selfish too, because they're not being a true friend to you. Because most of the time, you will not be able to get out of your displacement situation handing your monies to someone else that is selfish. So, what I did was I had the Lord and the angels amongst me. I recognized good and evil, and I was able to stay pretty much close to my support environment, which for me was miles within each other. Basically, I took a stand to stay where I was at. Yeah, I may not have the apartment that I was in, but I promise you, I will be in an apartment next door. I promise you, I will have my children back. These are promises that I made to not just myself and the Lord, but I learned what leads to drug addiction and some horrific things that happen to not only displaced women, but homeless women. And it's moving in with men that want sex from you and that want you to pay their rent. Avoid those situations, okay? You're better off in your vehicle and spending your money on paying the bill off that you owe. The monies that you have from your residual current income or from your job, spend that money to get you out of that situation. Okay, that way you can bring yourself and your children home. Do not take your money and spend it on a friend or relative that only will let you stay if you pay them, because you will be homeless longer. Instead of being homeless 2 months, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, you will end up homeless 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. I promise you this. I talked to many homeless people that lived outside that made that same mistake. Don't make that mistake, okay? Homeless ladies and displaced ladies, protect yourself. Please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so, so much.